September 5, on a Friday morning, 2008, I walked out of the US Embassy with a visa. I was happy. And the first person I called is my mother, Grace Waithera, a single mother of 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter, myself being the firstborn. She was happy, and she cried tears of joy. I had pursued this opportunity for more than 7 years without losing hope. And here I was. The Lord had heard my prayer. But how did I get here? I started schooling back in the village, Mudhithi, in Murang'a County, then moved to Kariobangi South. My dad lost his sales job, and so we moved to Dandora Phase 2, and then to Kiambu Town. I continued my studies at Gichocho Primary School. Then my dad decided to abandon his own family. My mother struggled so much to raise us. Sometimes we'll be chased away from school for lack of stationery. At one time, my mother used to work in coffee farms, picking coffee. Sometimes she would get sick and get admitted to Kiambu General Hospital. Such moments, I would miss school, go to the coffee farms, pick coffee, do shopping on my way home, help my siblings to shower, prepare dinner, then walk to the hospital to visit my mom. She was desperate. And so she decided to take me back to Mudhithi village to continue with my studies. And she moved to Nairobi to hawk clothes around Wakulima Market while staying at Moroto slums. A few months down the line, the slum was demolished, and she moved across the road to Mudhurwa and stayed in a tiny house known as Gashambi. And during school holidays, I would visit them. And this house was so tiny that we would sleep on the floor under her bed. I sat for my KCPE and right away joined my family, which had now moved to Mweki in Kasarani. I was enrolled at Aquinas High School in Eastlands. 96, I was preparing for my KCSE, but the commute back home was difficult. Also, there was not enough space for me, and so I decided to stay in school. And this is a day school. And I was able to convert a closet or a cleaning storage under the staircase into my bedroom. 1997, the results came out. I wanted to go to the university and become a banker. But then I had missed the cutoff point. So my mother sent me to Kenya Polytechnic, which is now known as the Technical University of Kenya, to pursue a diploma in banking. In between, I was operating a green grocery, selling vegetables and fruits. Then in the evening, I would go for classes. 1 year down the line, I couldn't continue because my mother couldn't afford. So from there, I started doing any jobs I could find, working in construction sites, industry area, Kariobangi light industries. I hawked bananas. I sold water. I did all those things. And the most memorable job I did was when my neighbor's 2 dogs were poisoned to death, and I was paid 200 to bury them within the compound. From all these jobs, I was able to save some money. And so 2005, I wanted to continue in my banking course and went to Kenya School of Monetary Studies. 6 months down the line, I dropped out again because financial hardship. I was devastated. And my dreams for academic excellence were coming to an end. But I didn't lose hope. And one day, I made this passionate vow to God, and I said, "Dear God, if you ever give me a chance to pursue my academic dreams, I'll be able to help others to achieve the same." Back to September 5, 2008. For 7 years, the opportunity had come. September 18th, I went to the US and settled in Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania. Back home, the situation was so bad. I would send money to help my family. I worked 2 jobs, a caregiver and an office cleaner. I was able to start paying school fees for my sister, who had stayed home for 3 years after completing her high school education. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 4, and started the treatment right away. My sister was able to continue with her studies, and also was doing my own studies, all the way then to 2013. My mother's condition worsened, and the doctor told her to seek medical help elsewhere. We were able to take her to Pittsburgh, and she started her treatment right away. But she wasn't responding very well. I remember asking myself, what if? What if she doesn't make it? And sometimes in life, when we are faced by situations of pain and uncertainty, asking ourselves, what if, enables us to confront our fears and prepare ourselves for outcomes contrary to our expectations. 2 weeks later, her condition worsened and she was admitted in the ICU. And the very first night, I decided to spend the night with her in the ICU. I was afraid to sleep or take a nap because I might wake up and find her gone. So I sat there doing my schoolwork. Around 3, she woke up in severe pain and told me, "If it gets worse, you people should let me go. I'm ready." 2, I see that you love education, and may the Lord enable you to go as far as your heart desires. Number 3, make sure that Faith, my sister, completes her education. And I told her, yes, I will. October 11, 2013. I got a phone call from the hospital at 6 a.m. and they told me, your mother's situation worsened and she has less than 6 hours to live. I went to the hospital. I waited for 6 hours and 11 minutes for her to die. I was devastated. And when I waited, I was making burial preparations. We were able to bring her back home for burial. My sister's birthday, it was the burial day. And that day, I remember walking a distance of 20 meters, the longest distance I have ever walked on this earth. Carrying my own mother, the heaviest weight I have ever carried with my own hands, to her final resting place. 2014, May 2014, I graduated with honors from the University of Maryland, University College. And at the same time, my sister graduated from the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. 2015, I enrolled for my MBA at the California University of Pennsylvania. And my sister was able to go to the Kenya School of Law. 2016, May, I graduated top of the class, and I was able to get my MBA. Come 2017, my sister graduated from the Kenya School of Law. And I remember in her graduation, when she was being admitted to the bar to become an advocate of the High Court, I was happy for her. I was proud of her achievements. I was grateful to God for giving me the strength to fulfill my mother's dying wish. I was there as a brother and as a father figure. The same year, I enrolled for my doctoral program, this time at Liberty University, to pursue a Doctor of Business Administration in Leadership degree program. So far, so good. Right now, I'm working on my research and looking forward to graduating by the end of next year. On that day, September 5, 2008, when I got that visa, it was a second chance for many. For myself, for my sister. Apart from my sister, I was able to co-sponsor an ED boy through high school. And right now, he's waiting to join university to pursue a degree in mathematics. Also, I've been helping 2 boys at a children's home in Waithaka. It gave my mother a chance to be with her lastborn. Through those experiences, I've learned 3 important lessons. Number 1, own your space. Run your race at God's pace. You're not in a competition against others, but against your potential. Validate your dreams and keep your eyes on the prize. Number 2, grieving the loss of a loved one is so personal. It's a journey with no completion date. Actually, grief doesn't come to an end, but we move on with it. And finally, have a higher purpose in life, a purpose greater than your needs. Offer yourself to the service of God and mankind. Do good to the people, even the strangers. Tenda wema, nenda zako. Thank you and God bless you.